Good afternoon, everybody. Damp Sam here. This is today's news. You know that? I've got my glasses on because it's a news thing. So today, PCA, Property Care Association, have issued a joint statement regarding the sprayed insulation that's been advertised as the next best thing on Facebook and all these other places. And you'll have seen adverts come up on your feed if you've got Facebook or if you've got Instagram, things like that. They've sent out lots of advertising, lots of companies doing it. And basically what they'll do is in your roof space, between your spars, they'll spray a polyurethane based foam, some of it open cell, some of it closed cell. And what they're saying is that it'll make that space warmer, and it'll make it drier, airtight. You'll have seen all bump and everything. Now, being a damp timber surveyor, straight away alarm bells ring when you kind of see these adverts that say that they're going to seal the inside of a roof space. A roof space in a property is normally a colder space. It's normally well ventilated. If it's a modern one, the membranes that they've used on the roof allow water vapours to pass through it and stops any rainwater from coming in. It's always a colder space, and that's how it should be, well ventilated, and it allows hot water vapour to go up through the house and then at a roof space, it's normally insulated. So they've issued a joint statement because there's confusion in a lot of places about whether it's any good. So PCA and a few different other places, they all got together and they did a study back in September through some kind of think tanks and things like that. All got together and studied it with these professionals, and they came up with a few findings to help surveyors when we see this on a property. A lot of banks are refusing mortgages on properties that's got this foam, sprayed in place. Now one of the problems with it is once that is sprayed in place and they've sprayed spars and everything in between, if there's a leak on roof, so if you've got like any slip tiles, if there's a leak, then you've got battens and then you've got roof spars, you've got valleys, things like that, that's all timber. That water can be leaking in, and because it's sealed on inside, it's not going to drip through, so you're not going to know whether there's an issue. So that can sort of be prolonged, and then you can get different types of rot setting in, even dry rot, if conditions are right, and you're not going to know it's there. So when a surveyor comes to do a damp and timber survey on a pre-purchase survey or pre-purchase survey, is going to do a report, because you can't see outside because it tiles, and because you can't see from inside if there's any issues, then it's going to be hard for him to comment. So we can't say whether that roof is going to last 5 years, 4 years, 20 years. So they've issued a statement, and let's have a look. So what I'll just do is I'll kind of read you what it says on joint statement. In the continuing uncertainty and negative press coverage that surrounds the issue of sprayed foam insulation within the existing pitched roofs, your Association and Residential Property Surveyors Association, RPSA, has released a joint statement. With confusion among surveyors and valuers about how to report on the condition of a roof sprayed with applied foam, and with some lenders refusing to offer loans on affected properties. The joint statement advises surveyors on guidance and the likely circumstances where roof structures with foam could be given a clear bill of health. It's fair to say in many circumstances, however, that unless there was an extreme detailed information about the nature of the materials, roof coverings, condition and structure prior to installation, studies of air and moisture, it would be impossible for a surveyor not to recommend immediate removal. That's just a brief outline of what PCAs put on. But if you go onto PCA website, they've done a white paper which I've read, and they've done this what we call sprayed foam insulation summary of stakeholder group investigation and conclusions. Oh, this was autumn, 2021 to September. So if you scroll down, it says, unless the following detailed information is available to the surveyor at the point of inspection, it is unlikely that any property professional could be expected to comment on the condition of concealed roof timbers or speculate on medium or long-term risk posed by water ingress or condensate. So some of the things that you need to see when you go into a survey is condition of the roof coverings, flashings, parapets and valleys, leadwork, flashing and flaunching. Is the PU foam open or closed cell vapor permeable of the foam used? Primary function of the PU, insulation, extend the roof's life. So that's what it was fitted for. So when they're selling it to you, they'll say, oh, it's going to insulate it, and it's going to make your roof space a few years longer before we have to replace it. Timber condition, moisture content before application, timber content before application. So this is something that surveyor is not going to know because he's not seen it before, and then he can't see it after because it's all sprayed with this PU foam. Nature of the roof void. Is it a warm void? Is it a cold void? Is there provision for adequate ventilation? Got the end, didn't I? Is there provision for adequate ventilation? Ones that I've seen, they've not had ventilation in. I tell a lie, one of them did. So they sprayed everything, but there were two chimneys either side, chimney breasts or brick stacks inside roof void. And what they'd done is they knocked holes in it so air could flow up and out. Not really, I didn't think it was a good practice that. So you're better off with proper roof vents in it, even if they're going to seal it up. But I'd say don't do it at all, don't have it fitted at all. Hydrothermal evaluation. Detailed results from the pre-installation hydrothermal evaluation. You're not going to know that either. Atmospheric moisture control. Adequate ventilation in the occupied space. Vapor tightness of the ceiling. Ventilation of the roof void. Cold roofs only. Underlying characteristics. Accurate description and understanding of the vapor permeable characteristics of the underlay. Bituminous felt, VCL, breather membranes, etc. So, unless all of the above information is available at the time of inspection, then even a surveyor who has the capacity or capability to understand the significance of such information is unlikely to be able to evaluate the appropriateness of the PU foam present. So basically you're going into a roof space, head above, all this in, and you just can't see what's happening sort of behind it. We don't know what type of membrane they've sprayed onto. So if it's a bitumen membrane, that's not going to allow any water vapour to go through. And it's same with type of foam. So closed cell is not going to allow water vapour to pass through. Open cell is a kind of spongy, not very, it's not very hard, so that in itself's got issues. What we got else? Surveyor been able and ill-advised to comment on the condition of the roof structure. It may be possible through research and detailed investigation by a trained and competent specialist to discover the information that is needed to understand the risk and condition. However, such investigations may be lengthy and will often result in a partial or full removal of irreparable damage and irreparable damage to insulation or roof coverings. So once that stuff's been sprayed on, if it's been sprayed straight onto tiles, which is bad practice, but can happen, we know it can happen. Trying to get that off is going to damage your tiles. If you ever have to replace a tile on outside, if that's been sprayed to it, again you're going to have damage to your tiles. So in conclusion, it is unlikely that a surveyor undertaking evaluation or a condition survey will be able to provide any advice relating to the condition or life expectancy of the roof structure where the installation of PU foam is not supported by detailed technical information. I think what's going to happen is, this is just my own opinion, I think they're going to end up banning it, or people are just not going to be able to get mortgages on these properties. Will they have been missold? Is there going to be an insurance claim? I don't know. There could be these things depending on how much has been put in. Has it been fitted under Green Deal by government? We don't know. So I'd just say, just have a look online, have a look at PCA and make your own mind up. So that white paper's there. If you go onto PCA website, Property Care Association website, you can access their information, what they've said, and you can read your own. You can read and make your own mind up. Not just listening to me, but read and make your own mind up and see what you think. It's not looking good for this sprayed insulation, and I don't know selling practices of people when they actually get to property. I don't know how they sell it. I don't know what they set it, to customers. Be interesting to know what selling practices they do, whether it's a hard sell, what they actually tell these people. Do they give them both sides? For me, they should take these findings, this letter, and they should give them a copy of this letter and let them read that before they sign up. Be interested if you sell this product. Be interesting to hear what you think about it. Have you read this white paper? Let me know in comments. Do you work for these companies that that install it? What do you think of this insulation? Do you think it's a good product? Do you add ventilation to the roof space once you install it? Do you make sure it's adequately installed? Do you know that there's only certain types of roof felt or roof membranes that you can spray onto? Do you know the difference between open cell and closed cell insulation? So there's a lot of questions for people that install it, and companies that install it too. So be nice to know what your thoughts are, because obviously it is a job for somebody. It is a business, and people are earning money from it, and we don't like don't like to take that away, because it is a job. But on the other hand, if it's going to devalue somebody's property, if banks are not going to lend money, if sales are going to fall through because it's installed, then customers need to be made aware of that, and they need to know what they're getting installed and consequences. And that's why PCAs wrote this white paper. So I thought I'd come on and just give you that bit of information, and you can make your own mind up. So that's Damp Sam giving you some knowledge about roof insulation. Make your own mind up, and have a great Christmas. Happy Christmas, viewers. See you later. Please subscribe. Yeah, good Christmas present for me. Subscribe and share it and like this video, and let me know if I've given you some value, something that you didn't know. See you later.